thing about Ntege is that he will try to make sure that every shoot looks different from any other he has ever done.
Yo, what's up YouTube? This is your boy Ntege again with yet another amazing episode. In this particular episode, I'm going to give you 7 reasons as to why every beginner photographer out there has to start from weddings. Before we dive into this particular episode, please take a minute and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below. If you love this video, of course, give it a thumbs up. Number 1, wedding photography is a road to self-discovery. Why? In wedding photography, it is where you're going to shoot almost all photography genres. You're going to shoot still life, fashion, portraiture. You're going to do photojournalism. You get to experience all these kinds of photography in one kind of photography genre, which is wedding photography. This is my number one reason as to why you should start with wedding photography. It helps you know what you're interested in. For example, I for one, when I started doing wedding photography, I was so interested into doing portraits, and that's where I developed my portrait skills and all that. That's why I do all these amazing portraits, because for that background I had of wedding photography. The reason as to why you should begin with wedding photography, it is the only photography genre that will help you master your equipment. Imagine going to a wedding and you shoot over 1,000 plus images. You know, this is an opportunity for you to master, to try your equipment, to see what different lenses can give you, to see what different cameras can do, to see what kind of different lightings you can get. This is a platform for you to master your equipment and learn the different things wedding photography can do for you. This brings me to my number 3, a reason as to why you should begin with wedding photography. Wedding photography is the only, I don't mean the only, but one of the very few photography genres that are going to expose you to mastering people's skills. I learned talking to people, relationships through wedding photography, because I had no choice. I had to talk to these people, because I had to interact with the various crowds so that I get the best images out of people. And slowly by slowly, my people skills were developing. Right now, if you give me any kind of audience, trust me, I can get a picture out of them. So I've learned to do certain things even without me talking. Wedding photography is going to give you that platform to learn all those things. So if you're a beginner photographer out there that wants to master people's skills, wedding photography would be a perfect place to start, because we meet all different kinds of people. You'll meet those who are lively, you'll meet those who are extroverts, introverts, all different kinds of people. This is your platform to learn the various people's skills. Reason number 4 as to why you should start with wedding photography as a beginner: storytelling. One of the major platforms that introduced me to storytelling in photography was wedding photography. Imagine you're shooting a bride walking down the aisle or a bride entering the reception. These are situations where you have to show the bride and show the reception venue at the same time in a wide shot. And this comes back to the photojournalism bit, where you have to tell a story in just one frame. One of the platforms that taught me that was wedding photography. So I would encourage you, I would advise you, any beginner out there that wants to learn to master the skill of storytelling, to begin with wedding photography, because it's a platform that is going to give you all this. How to get weddings? I offered friends, family to shoot their weddings for free. Reason number 5 as to why you should begin with wedding photography as a beginner photographer is it will teach you posing. Posing actually is the point as to why you should begin. with wedding photography. In wedding photography, you're going to meet different people with different characters and all these different body types. No other photography genre ever taught me how to pose people than wedding photography. It was through try and error. The bride hires over 2 different companies to shoot the wedding, and since I was a beginner photographer, I took this as an opportunity to learn from the photographers with who I hired with, to learn posing and how to interact with people, like I had said in my previous points. But all in all, you will master your posing techniques through wedding photography. Reason number 6 as to why you should begin with wedding photography. When I started photography, I first joined as a hobbyist. It was a hobby, it wasn't a business. Not until I went into wedding photography, it was when I discovered wedding photography was really tiresome, and it was really a job. Imagine standing for over 12 hours. You're all dehydrated, you're all burnt out. Wedding photography was a big wake-up call for me. You know, I used to even offer free photo shoots as a beginner. But once I started doing photography, wedding photography, it was like a wake-up call. It just dawned down at me that, hey, wedding photographers are really serious workers, and this is something that really changed my mindset, my complete mindset about how I perceived photography. It's when I started looking at photography as a business. I stopped looking at it as a hobby. I started treating it as a business. That is how it changed my mindset. So every beginner photographer out there that wishes to venture into photography as a serious business, I would dare you to start wedding photography. Yes, I would dare you. I want you to tell me in the comments below what your first experience was shooting a full wedding. Just what happened on that particular wedding, how it felt like. Did it feel like work, or it felt like a hobby? Was it worth the pay, or the pay wasn't worth? Write in the comments below. Tell me what you think about your first wedding experience. This brings me to my reason number 7 as to why you should begin with wedding photography. As a beginner photographer, you should begin. This brings me to that reason. Now, no photography genre ever brought me multiple relationships, beneficial relationships as wedding photography. I connected with lots of people, lots of bourgeoisies, lots of high-end clients, lots of, I don't know, it is a genre that has brought me many friends than any other genre. Any beginner out there, I would advise you to take wedding photography as a platform for you to begin. Currently, I'm doing portrait photography because I discovered my niche, but it was all wedding photography that helped me discover all that. That's that for today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this particular episode, and of course, kill the like button for this video. I hope to see you next time, and adios.